Greetings and welcome to Causeless Joy Tarot. Today we are doing a general reading for the sign of Libra for September 2017. Now, if you haven't had the opportunity to take a look at a very short intro video that I shot for September, please take a moment to do that, because that will give you some more information on the actual reading for this month. So let's go ahead and jump right into the reading then. Calling on my guides, teachers, helpers, all that loves and surrounds me, to provide vision, clarity, and wisdom, to oversee this reading for the sign of Libra as we look at the energy surrounding the chakra system for the month of September, giving thanks to all that is for the perfection that is this life. As we look at the energy for this upcoming month, I just ask for guidance and clarity. So I am also using the black obsidian stone this month for any areas in your reading that look to be out of balance, or where I feel that the stone is being called for balance there. If you'd like to be included in that balancing, then all you would need to do is speak your name and you will be included. So let's go ahead, Libra, and take a look at your chakras for September 2017. All right. Okay, and you're coming in with the Six of Swords in the reverse. So the Six of Swords is the travel card. It's all about either traveling or moving on into calmer waters, into perhaps a calmer time in life. Now, this did come in the reverse. So what that says to me as an overall energy right now for Libra is that there may be times throughout the month, or times when you're addressing particular situations that have to do with actual movement in your life, whether that be moving house, or moving out of a relationship, or away from a job. Anything that would require movement is going to, it may not come as easily as what you had perhaps hoped. It may require some additional work on your part, or some additional time may be needed in order to get things moving in the direction that you feel you're wanting to go in there. So that's coming in as your overall energy. So let's go ahead and take a look now at the actual chakras. In the root chakra is the foundational chakra within the chakra system. You do have the King of Pentacles coming up in the reverse. So as a root, as it relates to your foundation, as it relates to the things that help you, like these coins here specifically, because this is a coins card, this is in relation to that aspect of your life, in relation to the financial sector. Again, coming up in the reverse is indicative of potential issues in the area of finance, the potential for for you not to feel as confident and sure of yourself, because Libras are all about balance, right? The scales represent the Libra. So for a Libra, being out of balance is like, it doesn't feel right. And you're less tolerant than some other signs of being out of balance. So around the area of money, finances, income, there could be some sense of imbalance there for you in the month of September. Now I am going to go ahead and use the obsidian stone and sit it there so that we can create an atmosphere of balance around that root chakra area. So we'll sit that there and we'll move on to your next chakra, which is your sacral chakra. This chakra is all about your self-confidence, your emotional stability. You are coming up with the moon in your sacral chakra. Now, the initial impression that I get when I look at this card is feeling moody. So, because this chakra is, again, that emotional stability, your ability to come across as strong and confident in whatever it is you're doing. So the word that comes to me as it relates to this moon card and this chakra is moody. That you may feel a bit moodier than you normally would, or a circumstance could arise that maybe was not something that would have bothered you typically, but it comes up and all of a sudden you're bothered by it. So just something to be mindful of there with the moon. Now the moon also talks about things being revealed to you. So that could be a potential as well for some Libras in the month of September. There could come a time where something that was previously hidden is revealed. And what's drawing my eye right now is the crab in the center as well on this card. And so it could be in relation to a Cancer. Someone, if you are affiliated with a Cancer, perhaps there's a Cancer that this revelation is in regards to. So let's look at the next chakra then. That's the solar plexus. And this is your power center. It's the seat of your physical and your emotional self, your mental self. So this is where your power comes from here. And we do have a major arcana coming up in your power center, the Death card, and it is coming up in the reverse. So upright, this Death card is all about transformation. It's all about, I'm drawn to the site here. There's some cutting out going on. New roses are blooming. So this is about changes and transformation. But in the reverse, it draws my attention back to your overall card. The overall card that you drew was the Six of Swords in the reverse. And I talked about with this card that this could indicate some rough patches, I'll say, in terms of doing things that or working on projects that involve actual movement, whether it be in a relationship, a job, or some area of your life that's calling for movement, that could come in with some unexpected changes there. So this is also in relation to that. Seeing this in the reverse is the same, for me, the same feeling that I felt when I saw this in the reverse. So again, something to be mindful of. I don't see any cards here that really speak to like major problems or anything like that. But it is worth noting that this is a major arcana, and the majors do carry a little bit more weight than the rest of the cards in the deck. So it is certainly something worth taking note of there. And in your next chakra is your heart chakra. This is all about love and relationships and people. So, or whatever you love, you know, a lot of us have things that we love that aren't necessarily people, but you know, whatever you're loving, this is what this chakra is about. This, you have the Queen of Swords coming up in the reverse here. Now this queen is very sharp-witted. She has she's cut to the chase, basically. Her sword makes me always want to say cut to the chase. You know, she's direct. And but at the same time, she has a way with words, okay? Now, seeing this in the reverse is also in line with what I was already feeling here for Libra in terms of energy for the month of September, especially in the chakra area. You have the Queen of Swords coming up in the reverse. So again, the best advice, I think, for Libras is to be very aware of how you're showing up in the world, especially when things aren't going your way, or when there's an unexpected surprise, if you will, something that comes up that you did not anticipate. The reminder, the advice here from Spirit is that you would be mindful of how the energy that you're giving out into the world. So rather than be absorbed and completely focused on the energy that's coming into you, also take a bit more time this month to focus on the energy that you're putting out. How are you responding to the events that are happening in your life is going to be a big question for Libra in the month of September. All right, so in the next chakra we have the throat chakra. And here we have the Knight of Cups coming up in the reverse. So this is all about how you are communicating, how you're expressing yourself in the world. And it's the Knight of Cups. And this Knight can come with messages, but what I'm really feeling here, this is a youthful Knight. And this is Cups. This is about your emotions. So again, that reminder is coming back to that you received here with the Queen of Swords, to be mindful of how you're responding, how you're allowing the events that are happening, or the people that are showing up in your life or in your awareness. How's that affecting you, and how are you responding, right? Because if that little reminder can be planted, that little seed can be planted in the mind, then, you know, when and if a situation shows up, then you have that to kind of, that's a little nugget for you to help you through, you know, dealing with people and situations and circumstances. All right, so moving right along then to the third eye chakra. In the third eye, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so you can see here, these hands are tied, you know, feeling bound, trapped. And it's showing up in your intuition. So this leads me to think, because intuition is all about knowing what to do and when to do it, right? So if you're feeling tied or bound or unable to really tap into that part of your being, then it just makes the road that much more rougher, right? So for the Nine of Swords to show up here, this is saying to me that you're not using your intuition to the potential that it's capable of being used. You're instead feeling victimized and trapped by your circumstances, rather than digging in a little deeper to find the right answers, because all the answers that we need are always available to us, right? It's a matter of finding the right combination, the right timing, the right people, or being in the right place at the right time even, So I'm also going to sit the obsidian stone on the Nine of Swords to help balance out that energy a bit more as well. Now, your last card is your crown chakra. And in the crown chakra, we have the Empress. The Empress is coming up in the reverse. So, and your crown chakra is all about your highest potential for the month of September, or for right now, whenever you're watching this video. Your highest potential is to birth something new and amazing. Right now, when I see this coming in the reverse, that tells me that, again, pulling me back to the Six of Swords energy, as well as the Death card coming up in the reverse. This energy is it feels stagnant, is what the word that's coming to me right now. It feels like a very stagnant energy. I almost feel like I want to go and open a window. It just feels tight and stagnant. So the advice for Spirit, and let me just get quiet for a moment so that I can see if there's any additional advice before we move into your guidance card. So just a moment here. Enjoy the music that I have playing in the background for just a moment. Okay, all right, so basically what I'm feeling here for the sign of Libra is that there's something that you're either prepared to do, or you've been planning to do, or you're hoping to do in the very near future. And if this applies to you, then you know exactly what it is I'm referring to here. This thing that you're aiming for here. What the words that are coming to me right now is timing. The timing is slightly off for what you want to do at this particular time. Now, I mentioned earlier during the course of this reading that everything that happens, or the plans that we make, don't always go as we would like them to go all the time, and sometimes, but the opportunities are always there. So the advice from Spirit right now for Libra is for you to expand your horizon. I mentioned earlier that it felt stagnant. This energy feels stagnant and tight. So the advice from Spirit is to expand your horizons, to pull out from a very tight, focused way of looking and aiming for your goals. Not to say to let your goals go, not to say to release your goals, or not to, to abandon your goals, but just expand the possibilities, the potentials, visualize the potentials and stay diligent about what it is that you want to accomplish in the world. But I'm feeling limited and stagnant. Like I've like this is all there is for me to focus on. And it's just not the case. So this message is going to resonate for someone out there watching this video today. And I hope that that has been of some help to you. Again, that was the Empress in the reverse there. So let's go ahead and close the reading out for Libra with a guidance card from the Chakra Insight Oracle deck, calling on spirit, guides, my helpers, teachers, all that loves and surrounds the sign of Libra. Asking for one additional guidance card for Libra to close out the reading. Oh, you got two. My goodness. Yes, and you're going to have two. All right, Libra, let's see what you pulled here. You got two some way. You received compassion. Can you see that okay? Compassion, empathy, gentleness, acceptance. Be gentle with yourself above all. Compassion is your first one. And then you also received self-expression. Okay? Assertiveness, inner voice, vocalization. Look at this bird here. He's just singing his little heart out, right? Which is in line with what I was feeling as I was closing your reading out. It's time to expand your horizon. It's time to sing a new song and to focus on being this assertive, listening to that inner voice. Remember, we have the obsidian stone here where your intuition is, right? And you have the Nine of Swords there come up in the intuition area. So this is about opening up and hearing that inner voice, being assertive and open to changes. And sing your song this month, Libra. All right, so that does conclude the reading for the sign of Libra for September 2017. Thank you so much for joining me this month, and I look forward to seeing you back here again in October. Namaste.